Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name's Carrie Morgan. I just want to say hello, hello, hello. So, what are we going to be learning today? We are going to be going over exactly how to get out of this 24-hour nightmare that we're living in. So, you may not think it's a nightmare, but reacting all day to someone else, it gets a little bit overwhelming. That's why you feel like you're drained at the end of the day. You feel completely exhausted, right? Because your 24 hours is for you to start creating, for you to bring your energy back, right? We're consistently giving, giving, giving. What we need to do is learn how to create the life, create the 24 hours we want so we can show up in our existence, in our life, in our next 20 years, right? Because in 20 years, when you're done doing what you're doing now, where are you going to be? Starting over again from the beginning and starting creating a new 24 hours. So let's start creating that 24 hours now. Okay, so I'm going to turn the music off. All right, and we are going to get started. So hello, hi, how's everyone doing? I'm going to share my screen so that we can go through the workbook. A couple things. I want to make sure that you had printed out your workbook, okay, because the workbook's very important. What that's going to do is let you follow through when we're on this webinar. So I want to make sure that you're following each page, going over everything, and then if you have any questions, you can ask. So that would be awesome. So let's see, what are we going to do here? We're going to go and share the screen really fast. Screen share. Okay. So let's see, entire screen. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. And okay, give me a second. And we're going to go to the actual slide. Awesome. Hi, everyone. So my name is Carrie Morgan. And I want to know, are you ready for 2016? Are you completely ready? Are you mentally ready? Are you emotionally ready? Are you spiritually ready for 2016? Right? Our year goes by so fast. We forget to take the time to focus our energy on moving forward in our new year. But setting an intention, right? Setting a intention on being aware and mindful in what we do, because that is definitely the key to really make sure that you're aware of your perspective in your day and what your emotions are feeling like in your day. How are you reacting in your 24 hours? So let's begin. Okay, so let's get rid of any distractions, anything that you have going on. Just keep this screen open. It's good to tune into your mind. It's good to find your clarity and really focus on what you need. So we're going to unleash the goddess of time. We're going to be mastering your day. So this workshop and masterclass is only for you. Why is it only for you? Because you have your own sheet in front of you, your own workbook that you are going to be dealing with. And then in this webinar, we're just going to like answer the first question in each going forward, okay? So what that means is we don't want to fill out the whole form. We just want to get a start. We want to kickstart our mindset on where we want to be. So when I feel like a goddess, I feel completely confident, sexy. I feel the desire and passion for what I want to become. And I had this burning in my gut that I know was going to take me to that next level in achievement by every day committing to my thoughts and committing to the vision and the awareness that I have. So Mastering You in 2016 is really about you coming clean, right? So our 24-hour Blueprint Masterclass is going to start, and it's just about you coming clean with your own thoughts and the awareness that you have in your mind and body. So, how to create a blueprint? There is a couple things on creating a blueprint, because you have to remember, no one has ever walked in your shoes. So when people say, hey, I know what you're going through, just do this, you need to do that, only you really know what you're capable of. But sometimes you need to have a blueprint that you can learn how to write out and script so that you can walk into that blueprint, right? And have this sense of ease, right? Instead of overwhelm. So a little bit about me. I have done a lot of things. I've helped my husband build businesses, and we did MMA in Atlantic City. I was completely overwhelmed, right? But always pushing through. I wanted to do something for myself, so I did a live retreat for women, and it was just a day retreat just to keep women satisfied and, you know, being engaged in who they are. But what I really want you to know about me is how my blueprint came about. So, how did a panic attack save my life? Well, the panic attack was from stress, from trying to do everything on my own without ever asking for help, but just piling on more and more and more until your body shuts down, right? So this panic attack made me listen to my inner voice. And it made me listen to the blueprint I needed to set up for my next 10 years, my next timeline that I was setting for my future. So I started to do yoga and really help people by teaching yoga, teaching the sense of power and strength that you need and mindset in your body to get you through your day. I was offered a commercial for doing yoga, which was amazing. So I helped with a commercial for Jefferson out of Philadelphia, and that was a great experience. And then I realized I really need to take this to a level that I can help more people. So Mastering You in 2016 is a platform that I'm using online to get the word out there on how to start creating your 24 hours. And 21st Century Blueprint is my venture online, so I can really tap in to speaking to the masses, right? Generating enough energy for people to be aware of where they need to be in their next chapter. So I met two of the most creative entrepreneurs that I know, Todd Herman and Kimra Luna. So she is doing amazing launches. He is the drive and the coaching and the consulting behind most of the popular people online, gurus online, or entrepreneurs online. So I went to the people that were in the industry so I can learn. And it's just amazing on what comes into your life when you're ready to set the path and be very clear. So what is a blueprint? So first of all, maybe you don't even know what a blueprint is. It's a toolkit to model and master every day. But it's something that you have written down, that you have kind of tweaked and really got into figuring out, how is this going to work for me in my day? But mastering you is the key. It's not time management. It's mastering you, mastering your day, mastering your thoughts. How to find your blueprint. So this is something that we're going to go through in this webinar, how to find your blueprint. We're going to pinpoint distracting habits that you may have in your day. We're going to be committing to mastery, meaning definitely committing to what you want your next 60 days to look like. We are going to find the daily emotional triggers in our mind that tell us we can be healthy, and about wellness, awareness, and just about concentrating on each thought. We're going to refocus on the clarity in the new action blueprint, right, that we have written out for ourselves. Connecting to awareness and mindfulness is how we will end this webinar. So where is your time being wasted? And I feel like we don't understand where our time is being wasted. We all have the same time, the same 24 hours, and there has to be somewhere in there where you are just completely wasting time. Maybe it's thinking, what am I going to eat? You're sitting at a restaurant. It's going to take you 10 minutes for you to decide on what to eat, right? What am I going to wear in the morning? Then that takes you another 15 minutes of wasted time. What am I going to do? Am I going to hang out with my friends? So if you're always asking questions on what to do instead of having a blueprint, a daily blueprint, then you are definitely wasting time. And I hope you have your blueprint out, your 24-hour energy workbook, because we are going to really dive in here and get your mind moving in the right direction. So what I always say is just this simple word, act. The more you act, the more your life will shift. So what does act mean? Awareness, commitment, transformation. When you have awareness of what you're doing in your day and you're committed to making a shift or a transformation in your habits, the real achievement comes, right? The real transformation comes, and you start to see clarity. So remember, we all have the same 24 hours. The wind, as Jim Rohn says, blows on all of us every day. But how will you and your day be different? How are you mastering your day to create a life of complete joy, love, happiness, abundance, instead of watching everyone else live those lives? How can we generate that same mindset? So are you ready for 2016? Because mastering your 24 hours is easier than you think. To remodel your house, you have to rebuild with a blueprint. So why would you want to change a habit without having a foundation to change it with, without having a clear path to get to that point? Because remember, our habits turn automatic. So it's easy for us to live in that automated world. But to bring a new habit in, you have to bring that same automation into your new habit or your new blueprint. So let's get clear to build a new blueprint. And what is that? Sometimes it's just a simple, hey, breaking down the time that we're doing in our day and what we're really working on. So remember, to get anywhere, you have to believe in yourself. You have to completely believe in your next step, in your new transformation. And we're going to sign a contract to the new you. That's the key. Actually signing something that tells you you are completely on board here. So the commitment form is just a, name, address. I mean, you may feel like it's mundane to do these things, but if you really want to be putting intention into this shift, you need to fill out the information. And I want you to use a red pen, because red pen really targets going deep into your subconscious and really reinforcing, a written out plan. So what could be a mission of courage that you can state for yourself? I plan on losing 15 pounds in the next 60 days, right? That's a mission of courage. And you have to be aware of everything you're doing so that you can get to that mission of courage. Or maybe you want to volunteer. So think about what a statement that you can have for a mission of courage so that you can repeat that in your head. I will be this weight at this time. So instead of saying I will lose the weight, because that is not a reinforcing statement, you want to say I will be this weight at this date, right? That's a statement that's reinforcing your movement and your commitment to going forward and setting that blueprint, okay? So you want to do that. And then you want to pledge a total amount of money to be paid either now, monthly, quarterly, yearly, depending on what you're doing. So if it's monthly, it would be $10 a month that you're going to put aside to accomplish this. And you are going to make this a check, cash, or you're going to do some other type of transaction, okay, to get this deal or pledge set up with yourself, putting money in a jar, using your change, whatever it takes. And now we're back to act again. So aware, commit, transform into your new blueprint. So you pledge one of each act now. So you say, I am aware that I buy too much food and I waste it. I am aware that I do commit to laughing every day. So we want to make that positive, right? So the first one was just like a statement of what you don't want to do. So what you want to make sure you're doing, and I am transforming into a healthier mindset, right? So you want to make statements like that. I am aware of the 5 people I hang out with daily, or I am aware of how much coffee I'm drinking today. So like really clear, simple statements, okay? That's what you want to do. The grass isn't any greener over the mountain, okay? So we're always climbing up the mountain to get somewhere. How about we just stay in the valley? Let's just stay in the pasture. Let's just make our grass super green, okay? By really getting through all of the situations we have to deal with daily, and make sure that we're reacting positive. So we're reacting with a positive mindset to those situations, non-judgment, and clarity on solving those situations as fast as possible. And that deals a lot with awareness, right? Tuning in on how you react to the situations that come up in your day. So are you committed? Let's ask the question right now. Are you committed to mastering you? Very, very, very clear on this. I want to know, are you committed to mastering you? Are you? I mean, because we say we are, but we have an inner conflict when we actually say we are, but we never do the work. So I always say your inner game transforms your outer gain in life. If you're completely confident and you're feeling amazing and super mindful and you're aware of your thoughts, it's going to reflect in your day, in your year, in everything you do, right? In every moment. So make sure you clean up that inner game by reinforcing your blueprint you want to live in daily. All right, so the next page is just simple. You know, we don't know what 4 habits that we do every day that takes up most of our time. Okay, so examples: family, sports, work, happiness, finances, you know, spirituality, going to church, home maintenance, career. And this is just a basic person's guideline. So I just did a quick, like, your social life may take up more, some of that 75%, your relationship, your health, your career. But the 25% you have left, you have to figure out what you're doing with that. And that's what we want to find out. What are we doing with that 25% of our life? So where is the most time spent in a 24-hour time frame? Where is most of your time spent in a 24-hour time frame? I mean, you need to know, because you're spending most of that time. Is it commuting to work? Is it doing this? Is it doing that? You know, unsolved problems, already starting something and never finishing it. Because the key is definitely performance. Implement, execute, fulfill, accomplish, complete, achieve, finish, succeed, capable. Compatible. So you want to make sure that, sorry, I couldn't see the bottom word because it's covering up, but you want to make sure that you are completely engaged in your performance, your daily performance. And that could be if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're, been working somewhere for 20 years and you need to start over. So write down the top 4 habits that make up your 24-hour day, right? What makes up most of your 75% of your day? I do want you to fill out all 4. So just what the first thing that comes to mind. And then, you can go through the rest of, like, from 1 to 10, figuring out which one, is the most important that you have to do every day and which one is kind of the least. So what is really happening in that 75% of your day? Are you getting things accomplished? Are you finishing tasks? Are you making the right steps to feel like a high achiever, or to feel like your highest self, to feel like the best version of you is showing up every day? Are you loving that 75% of your day? Are you happy when you get up and jumping out of bed and just, like, loving it, loving the whole fact of being involved, the people that are around you, how you get to work, who you wake up and see? Are you truly, truly loving? If not, you are settling. So we need to figure this out. Take a mental snapshot of this question so you can really sit and focus on it later. Now, what matters most is how you see yourself in your day. Do you see yourself as being the goddess in your day, right? Or the lion of your day? And how do you see yourself in 6 months? How will you see yourself in 6 months? Do you have a vision for that? And these are some of the things we want to try to really get clear on. Every well-built house started in the form of a definite purpose plus a definite plan in the nature of a set of blueprints. Okay, so very, very important to make sure that you have a foundation so that you can work on that. And I like to break down a 24-hour day because that's one day. Anyone could break down one day. And that's something you can really digest. So we want you to write down a day that you feel you deserve. Are you getting up running? Are you doing a hobby that you love? Like, where do you really want your 24 hours to be? So just kind of write it out. Give yourself a couple statements here that are really going to reinforce that mindset that you're looking for in the next 24 hours, or the new blueprint you are working towards achieving. Let's get crystal clear on our 24 hours. Crystal clear. That means I am doing this in the morning when I get up. I am feeling this way. I am working through this. I am setting up a blueprint daily. I am reading that blueprint. I am setting an intention, and I am taking action and making the steps work. Now, list what fills up 25% of your 24 hours. What are some of the little things that drains your energy? Not knowing what you want to eat every time. You're wasting 30 minutes trying to figure out what you need to eat, and you're starving by then, so you're eating anything. Like other things like driving, complaining, gossiping, right? Judging people and putting it up on social media, right? Those are a lot of things that will drain your energy. Make you feel depleted, make you feel like even when you sleep, you don't have enough time to restore and get that new energy back. You know, so you have to really check into that. So just list one thing here. And you can fill out the rest of the form later. I just want you to try to just tap in and get a little bit of a mindset on where we're working towards here. So as they say, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, right? So every day we're doing this same 24 hours and we're complaining about the job, complaining about our day, complaining when nobody wants to hear you complain anymore, and you need to fix it. You are the only one that can fix this. So set it up with a blueprint, get it together, and we're going to figure this out one day at a time. What is one automated habit you want to delete from your 24 hours? So an automated habit is like brushing your teeth, right? You don't ever want to leave the house without brushing your teeth, right? And that's the same concept that you want to have. You want to bring your new habits in, like brushing your teeth. So maybe an example of wanting to delete an automated habit is drinking wine every day when you come home from work, or drinking 4 cups of coffee all day, and then you can't sleep at night, right? So there's always a opposite of what you're doing, what you're creating. Drinking wine may do things that are going to not make you feel so good. You know, in the long run, you may feel a little bit out of sorts after, you know, and then you get used to that wine, so you drink more to get that same feeling. So put that into perspective on something that is an automated habit that you want to delete. We want to find your space or silence. So we want to find your space. What does that mean? Find your space. Find a space, a little tiny part where you can be in complete silence and you can listen to yourself. Listen to these questions that we're bringing up. Get your workbook and sit in silence and really put down your first answer so that we can find that new space. You can't get rid of anything if you don't have a new space, right? So you can't really bring anything in new if you don't have any room in your bucket. So if your mindset's completely filled up with all this old past, situations, there's not going to be any room for the new you to really show up and step forward. So really go deep and touch this inner sense of silence and this really mastering from the inside, really finding that complete focus and discipline in every step and every moment of your day. So what do you feel you need more information on to master a habit that you know you're worth? So maybe you need to read a book, but maybe you need help. Maybe you need verbal help. Maybe you need consulting. Maybe you need someone to really just see your 24 hours in a different light, right? I mean, that's really what it comes down to. We get so stuck in our 24 hours, we forget to really see what's really going on. We just automatically do it because we're in that wheel. So you're going to be doing that again when you come home, start just feeling out in your silent space. And we want to ask for help to create daily mastery. So ask for help to create your daily mastery. Because remember, someone is better at this than you because they have been in this space. So like people want to lose weight and they don't know why they can't do it on their own because it's hard because you're not in that space every day. You don't know the best way to do it, right? And someone else may have to help you deal with your emotions and your thoughts because you are in this automated state of thoughts of, always judging, complaining. And so maybe you need someone to help create your daily mastery and set you on a different path, right? Because you get stuck in your own wheel. So the mind is everything. What you think, you become. And it's so true, but we forget that because we are just living automated. Instead of automatedly living to create, we're doing that in a reaction mode. We're completely reacting to everything we do. So we have a challenge or a ritual and a date pledge that you need to fill out in here. So 21 minutes a day for 21 days, write down a small ritual action plan that you will feel happy about. And it will make you feel joy, right? Then do the action daily and set a date to finish. If for any reason you stop these 21 days of action, you need to go back and redo that, okay? So what that means is I want you to go back and start over fresh. So if you do complete this workbook in the 21 days, what you said you want to start to create that we mapped out and put into this blueprint, what you need to do is commit to it. And when you commit, you start to see that shift, right? Let's get past these 21 days straight. What happens if you do not make this and complete this 21 days? Your money that you pledged goes to a retirement fund. If you do complete your 21 days, you put that money away for a vacation, for a spa day, or for whatever you feel like you need to boost you forward to the next level. Okay, so you're going to write down a small ritual that you can do in your day every day. Like I'm going to get up, I'm going to meditate for 5 minutes, I'm going to get up, I'm going to stretch out, or I'm going to walk outside for 10 minutes. I'm going to get up and I'm going to drink warm water with lemon, clear out my system, and I'm going to have a healthy breakfast every morning to reboot my mind, right, and my body. So are you ready to take the challenge? You need to ask yourself that. Are you ready to take the challenge? Because this is a mental challenge. This is an emotional challenge. This is a physical challenge. This is the complete challenge, is mastering your 24 hours. Cherish your vision and your dreams as they are the children of your soul. The blueprints of your ultimate achievement. Napoleon Hill. How deep is that? Let's just really go deep right here. And remember, it's all in your foundation. How strong is your foundation to start mastering your day? So we're gonna journal, right? Journal on your idea, on what you really want that day to look like, how much energy you're having, how are you doing your performance, and your elite mindset. How are you doing that? Journal every day. Only if it's a couple minutes, 7 minutes, even if it's at night or in the morning, get something on paper so you can go back. And this blueprint stays with you, okay, for at least those 21 days, all right? So you can really, really focus on what you need to show up in your day. And sometimes it's good to just go to a cafe, get out of the house. If you're an entrepreneur, you work at home, and get around other people. But going to a cafe is great just so you can just clear out, right? When you come home, you know, you've got all the stuff you think you need to do, your mind's racing. Sometimes you can just go into a quiet space, right? A space that is more has the energy of focus and relaxation and can let you really map out your blueprint. So the blueprint quick tip, we're going to simplify your 24 hours by doing these simple things. We want to meditate, okay? And you're going to do this 3 different things in 7-minute time frames. First, move your body for 7 minutes, whatever you like to do. Second, journal for 7 minutes on the gratitude and love. Write down maybe 20 things you're grateful for. Third, learn how to meditate to try to be present in your day. Right? So that means if you know how to be present, and if you know how to meditate, you're gaining awareness and of your breath, and you're harnessing your true power. Create your action plan, right? So create your plan of action. How are we doing that? By using this blueprint. Use the blueprint. I can't stress that enough. It's the people that really start to, you know, move in life, and you see them a lot, is when they're taking complete action. So just a little, like 5 things that you should not be living without every day is love, belief, courage, hope, and vision. Very, very simple. That is the biggest mind shift in your life. Why is energy the real power in your day? Because without your breath, without your prana, you aren't doing any of this stuff. So your energy starts inside your mind, where you're placing your energy, what you're focusing on, how you're reacting is taking energy, but how are you replenishing that energy? How are you keeping your energy high? How are you being at your highest self and your best self in your energy and your thoughts? So just a guideline or some things that really keep your energy at a higher level, right? Being aware of your food, moving your body, sitting and focusing, silence, being outside in nature. Let's look around and let's name the 5 people you spend the most time with. How does this affect your 24 hours? So if you're around people that are draining your energy, you feel exhausted, you feel like, oh, and then you start to spread those rumors and gossip as they tell you. So you see the cycle. So be very, very mindful of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Those are the people that are going to be, you're going to turn into, or they're going to be a big part of your life, a big part of your next 5 years on what you want. If you want to be healthy, you need to have healthy people around you. If you want to have abundance, you need to be around people that have created this abundance. If you want to be in a well mindset and positive mindset, you need to be around positive people. So we just want to remember that the people we surround ourselves with is the people we start to become. You start to naturally generate their energy and gather their thoughts, and it starts to become a part of you. So let's review how to master your day. 1, take action against distraction, right? Anything you feel like you're being distracted, have a trigger word, bring that word into awareness, and move to your next plan of action to get past that thing that is draining your energy. Map out a daily blueprint. What is my day doing? Why am I not achieving what I need to? Because I have not mapped out a plan every day. So you are number 1 on this list. Only you can create your next level. Only you can set up a blueprint, and only you can finish and focus on what you want. 2, commit to daily consistent awareness. Wow, is that simple? Yes, because your thoughts are very, very powerful. And if you're aware of everything you're thinking constantly, really makes a big shift. If you're aware of the food you're eating, really makes a big shift. If you're aware of the money you're spending, really makes a big shift. If you're aware of your spirituality, or just being spiritual and being more loving and just gratitude, and that's a big, big shift. So mindset freedom awaits you, right? There's someone that lives in that house. There's someone that created that journey for themselves. They created the story that they wanted, and you can too. So 3, be mindful when you feel emotionally off balance. So when you had a really bad overwhelming day, what's the first thing you do? Do you come back and rebound and say, you know what, tomorrow's going to be so much better. I know that is not the person I want it to be in that day, but I'm going to make tomorrow 10 times better, right? That's the way you are mindful when you feel emotionally off, when you feel out of balance. You want to achieve energy balance and clarity to an elite mindset and performance by being aware of everything that goes on your fork, being aware of what type of food is fueling your mind and fueling your future. Because if you start eating bad habits start to come really fast. You start gaining weight, you start having issues with your clothes, makes your thoughts feel worse, which makes you start, you just go down that rabbit hole. So be very, very mindful and aware of your nutrition. And 4, get clarity on the new blueprint, your new 24-hour blueprint. Why are we getting clarity? Because this is what you want to create. And if you're not clear on it, it's not going to show up. It's like you're not tuning into that radio, right? That radio station. So, back in the day, you used to have the radio, you used to have to tune it in. It used to be very static. Well, that's what you're doing by putting your attentions out there and not being crystal clear. There's not a clear connection, so you're not receiving them because you're not completely focused on that clarity of what you need. So, are you ready for 2016? Mastering your 24 hours? Be authentic in trusting this blueprint to mastery. That means trust yourself. We're going to take this one day at a time. Life offers no guarantees or blueprint, but the joy of intimacy is worth the risk. Trust yourself and step out in trust. The world is waiting to meet you halfway. An open door and open doors to exciting new relationships. Kemily Nola. So this is it, right? This is you taking the trust and you knowing that someone's going to meet you halfway on this journey. Thank you so much for your time. I would love for you to follow me, Periscope and Twitter, KLM_Morgan. And I would love for you to join Facebook group, Mastery Wellness Blueprint, where we try to keep your body and mind engaged in really, really learning on being your best version of yourself. So we're going to go back to the camera. And we're going to finish this out. I'm going to see if any questions are in there. All right, so, okay. Hi. Oh, awesome. Let's go back to the Google Hangout. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Hi. Hello. Awesome. So thank you so much for your time. I truly, truly do appreciate it. Every Thursday, we're going to be doing this, going through some things. Maybe we'll go deeper into it. But share this with your friends, okay? Because this is really important. And a lot of people do not understand how important it is to get in touch with mastering their inner thoughts and mastering their breath and mastering their 24 hours, because you have wasted time out there that you want to get back. But you can't get that back, right? We can't get that wasted time back. But for our next 24 hours, we can learn to master it so we can have that free time so that we can start to feel this sense of confidence and this sense of inspiration, the inspiring movement inside our body to become the best version of ourselves, right? Like when you wanted to get that date with that person in high school or that date in college, you were that best version of yourself, right? So I just want to say namaste. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and come back soon, because mastery can be every day, right? You can learn this every day and we can take action every day. Thanks, everyone. So peace out.